Good evening, Vancouver. Welcome back to Canucks After Dark. It is Monday, March 16th. The Canucks have 16 games until the season's over in their big playoff push. And as always, enjoying my co-host, Canuck Clay. How are we feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I know we don't have a show next Monday, so this is kind of like we'll have a spring break of 1 week because I'm out of town this time. But I'm feeling good. I was at a couple of the games this week, Parker. We can break them down a little bit. I saw some good, bad, and ugly. I think I saw basically what we can expect for the next few years, right? As this team rebuilds. But I'm doing okay, and I'm just looking at Calgary losing tonight. The Rangers they're trying to do, but they're not as good as us at losing. So I think we're okay still.
No, it's funny. I was at hockey a couple days ago, and people are checking the scores after the game, right, and seeing where things are at. They're like, "Oh, the Canucks lost," or and then people are like, "Oh, like it's good. They're kind of entertaining, but we want them. It's good that they're entertaining and losing." And right. I'm starting to do some math. They're 11 points back with 16 games to go. They have to win 6 more games than Calgary. In the last 16 games. So if Calgary wins 3 games, let's say, which they'll probably win more than that. Like if they just won 3 of their last 15, the Canucks would have to win 9 of their last 16. They have to go above 500 to catch them.
Right.
It's just not happening. I just don't see it. So I think every week that's passed, we've sort of said the same thing. It doesn't look like they'll catch them. And every week they've been the same amount of points away with less games to go. I'm not too worried.
And that's the beautiful thing, right, about where we are, because we can remember there's that weird part where even the fan base is a little bit divided, tank, no tank, try and make the playoffs, no, it's impossible, but you don't want to lose morale, blah, blah, blah. But now we're at a point where, as you laid out, we can legitimately cheer for them to win and actually feel good as... What kind of messed up world is this when we're actually making excuses for feeling good when they win? You know what I mean? So let them run off 3 or 4 in a row. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, because in that time, Calgary will probably win 1. And then it gets a little closer. Maybe not 4 in a row.
Okay, fine.
But I'm not really worried about that happening.
Right.
They've got the 2 Florida teams in town. I'm looking at their schedule the rest of the way. They play Vegas twice. They've got the Avs, I just don't see a world in which they win more than 6 games on the way.
And then even Anaheim and LA, not as strong because they're Pacific, but at least they're battling for a playoff spot. So we're gonna play. Except for maybe actually it's funny. I was just gonna say we're gonna play all these desperate teams, but 3 of our next 6 are against teams that won't make the playoffs. Actually, Florida, St. Louis, and Calgary, but. We're certainly not the favorites. When you're the 32nd place team in the league, you're not a favorite usually going into the game.
No. Sometimes at home you'll get away with it. Not this team though.
Well, they beat Nashville
this year.
Well, they beat Nashville 2 games ago.
Okay. That doesn't do much. That's 1 game.
Okay, sorry.
How many? Hold on, let me get the record. They are 7 wins at home this year. Even I was looking because obviously I'm assuming Calgary is the tiebreaker because I was looking and they have 22 regulation wins and we have 13. So this team
that's not good.
Has won 13 of 66 games in regulation. So 7 of their 20 wins have come in extra frames. 5 of them in the shootout. A quarter of their wins are in the shootout.
So how many wins do you have this season? 20?
20.
And what's our points percentage? And can you figure out what's extrapolated? What are we going to get? 54 points this season? No.
So our points percentage, I believe, is 364.
Okay.
Which it's I did the math and it's the column next to the points that I'm looking at. That would have been easier.
Yeah.
Negative 75 goal differential, 30 worse than anyone else.
Wow, that's impressive.
They're bad. They've won more road games than quite a few teams, though.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah. They've won more road games than the Boston Bruins have.
Wow. Okay. And Boston's fighting for a playoff spot. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. They have the 10th most points in the league.
We're exactly 500, Parker, since the trade. And I get it. Look at the teams we played. Chicago, Winnipeg, Ottawa, Nashville, Seattle. But we are 2-2-1.
Well, we know the difference maker. The difference maker is Marco Rossi.
Yeah, well, yeah. Beautiful thumbnail and beautiful title.
Yeah. Well, I was looking. I saw that he had been doing well recently. I pulled up his game log, and ESPN does like the month by month. So first month of the season, he had like 11 points in like 12 games. It looks like.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. And then he did nothing after that.
Well, yeah, he broke his foot, so or ankle or whatever. Yeah,
doesn't help. And then he was injured until after the Olympic break. But yeah, essentially he had a stretch there from, let's say, November 4th until March 2nd. So that's about 4 months where he had 1, 2, 3 points.
That's bad.
That's not great. Now it was only like 15 games, but still. But now he's got 7 points in his last 6. It's looking all right.
Point a game player, 1C.
Yeah, he's doing more than the other one.
So I'm just trying to get my bearings straight here. We streamed last Tuesday, right?
Correct. There's only 2 games since we last chatted.
Right.
A big
I was at both
win.
of them. Yeah. Comeback win. Yeah.
And then a loss.
It's funny. Both games, Parker, I was at, both games, we were trailing 3-1 going to the third, and completely different results. But Nashville, I'm pretty sure Nashville was the game where we were the better team, actually.
Yeah, let's get shots for 27-19. I don't have the analytics in front of me, but that's a pretty good sign, typically.
Yeah, I remember Andrew Burnett saying, the head coach of the Predators, saying that they didn't deserve to win, and they didn't. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's always the thing, right? When you win, it's hey, our team played really well, and when you lose, like our guys didn't have it tonight,
right?
So there's
that's true.
No credit for the Canucks. Not that they deserve much.
Right. And then Seattle, I know there's no rivalry, Parker. I know like there's a 2-hour drive difference. We know that, but there hasn't been any playoff history. There's been like maybe one. It's not even a nasty incident. I know. Didn't Myers hurt one of their guys or go after one of their guys, so they don't like Myers, but Myers is gone.
Here anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess what I'm saying is there's no like rivalry, but I can't. Why help me? Why do I get so mad losing the Kraken? Is it because they're expansion and I'm afraid that they're going to be better than us? I don't know. What is it?
I don't know, because I don't get that same.
You don't care
that same vibe. Yeah, because I don't. They don't. They haven't done anything to make me care.
No, like that's fair. That's totally fair.
Their entire team, and I said this last week, their entire team is middle 6 forwards. Mm-hmm. They're Matty Beniers is sweet. He's cool. Like he's gonna be a heck of a player. Shane Wright has kind of turned into a middle 6 player. like all of their big names. Even their goaltending is it's Grubauer and Decord, right? Like two. I mean, they've both been good this year. But they're 2 guys who aren't like stars necessarily. And that's just sort of their whole MO, which, I kind of can respect. But yeah, I don't really have the bitterness towards them that you do.
I don't know why.
They haven't earned that from me yet.
I presume, I shouldn't presume, I should just ask you, do you dislike Vegas more than you dislike Seattle?
Oh, by a mile.
Yeah, see, it's weird, and I know I'm gonna be the minority, and I'm gonna probably get raked over the coals in the comments. But I don't love Vegas, but I don't mind them. Like I'm not as, of course, I'm jealous and envious professionally that they've already done what they've done in such a short time. But I dislike Seattle more than I dislike Vegas for some reason. I don't know, something wrong with me.
Yeah, that's weird because. Yeah, Vegas had everything sort of go their way at the beginning,
it did.
right? And
yeah.
Seattle hasn't really done anything with it. It's interesting, and Swerve Herman says it's because they're so mid and we should be better. Well, we shouldn't be better because we're bad. But that's what their record reflects, true. Right? Like they're 71 points in 66 games. They have a -8 goal differential. They're hanging in a playoff spot in a division that is not been very good. In general, right? Like what's the playoff bar at right now? If we're at 71 points in 66 games being the playoff bar, we multiply that by 82 games. 88 points is the bar right now.
Wow. So, for that last
spot as it currently stands. And that's with, the Seattle and LA just sort of floundering their way around a 500 record. And same with the Sharks. So yeah, there's, it's an interesting race, but it's like any other year, there should be teams running away with this division. But it's still kind of up for grabs. Like the Ducks are Like 5 points is a lot at this time of year with 15 games left, but it's not. It can happen.
Yep, for sure. And it's, you look at races, it's fascinating. You look at the races in both conferences, and you have the 5 Atlantic teams all bunched up with Detroit and Boston in the wild cards right now behind Buffalo, Montreal, and Tampa. But then you look right below them, and Columbus is fighting. Actually, who is it? Columbus?
Ottawa.
That's the one I'm missing. And then Philly, like probably not, but they're only 3 points
behind,
out technically. Yeah.
Well, no, they're
No, 7
Philly's
points.
7 points out now.
Sorry, 3 points behind Ottawa. Right. But yeah, Columbus can still, they're right there. They have game in hand on Boston. They're 2 points back, so they could make it a 4-4 division thing as opposed to 5 Atlantic. But regardless, it's good races in both. Good races in both for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, especially the first round is actually going to be pretty compelling, I think, especially like in the West, because like you look at the 2 divisions, and the Central is obviously way, miles and miles ahead of the Pacific, but you're going to have like Colorado is going to play whichever Pacific team finds their way there and kill them, right? Like those teams fighting for that last spot are just fighting to just be fed to the Avalanche.
Yeah, 2 playoff home games. Yeah.
But then you'll have Dallas, Minnesota, which will be good. Yeah. You'll have Vegas, Edmonton, most likely, or Anaheim, Edmonton, or whoever, any of those 3 Pacific teams could end up second and third. Yeah. Right, and those are going to be close and compelling. And even like Anaheim or whoever gets the 1 seed in the Pacific gets Utah, most likely, and that's going to be very even. So
they're even in points basically.
All even in points. So it's going to be the first round it's not really fair, right? If it was 1 versus 8, it would be, make the first round less interesting, but it would make the second round a lot better. But it's going to be pretty compelling because there's going to be, close series all the way across, except for whoever the top of the Central, whether it be Colorado or Dallas, ends up getting.
Great point, Parker. The 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7. Like if you did that, regardless of division winners, then you could have Colorado or Dallas and Dallas play again in the conference final as opposed to eliminated in the second round. Yeah.
And what would we be thinking? We'd be doing our playoff predictions, and we'd go, okay, Central team in 4, Central team in 5, Central team in 5, and then the 4-5 matchup, we'd be like, oh, this will be interesting,
right?
So this is the one case where the division sort of worked better for the first round, but it's you really would want that to be at Colorado, Dallas, or something like that in the Western Conference final, but obviously there's some issues there.
Look at Buffalo, man. They're 9-1 in the last 10.
They're hot.
They're 4 points up with 2 games in hand. Yeah. So without looking it up, and guess how many seasons it's been. And I talked about this on my show last night. Guess how many seasons it's been since Buffalo's made the playoffs? Yes.
Jeez, like 17?
Yeah, very good. They last made the playoffs the year we went to the Cup final, 2010, 2011, 15 seasons ago.
I was guessing 09, but yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Great guess.
Yeah, I'm.
It's been a long time.
I'm excited to see their home playoff games.
Yeah,
I bet that barn's going to be fired up. Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
But look at the difference in the East: 1 through 8, only 9 points, right? 90 down to 81.
Any series there will be interesting. Like the East it's wide open. Like that's why I look at like someone like Tampa and get a little concerned. Yeah, because they're the only team in the mix that's been there, right? Like them in Carolina, but Carolina's never done anything. Like when's the last? Like Buffalo's obviously hasn't been there in forever. Montreal had the 1 playoff appearance really. The Red Wings haven't been there in forever. The Penguins have been middling for a bit. Yeah, the Islanders haven't been there. The Blue Jackets haven't been there. They've all been sort of first round exits. I'd give be paying attention. Like this is Carolina's. Like this has to be their year, right?
Yes. It's a clear path for them, and it's so weird to see Washington, Toronto, and Florida in the 3 of the 5 bottom spots in the East.
Yeah.
What's more surprising to you? I know Florida's been decimated with injuries. Toronto's Toronto, but I'm not asking you what's more satisfying for you. But what's more surprising to you, Florida or Toronto?
Both of those questions would have been difficult, I think. More surprising, I think, is Florida. Toronto, like. You could tell they were sort of coming to the end of that core, although they still had so much talent. I didn't expect it to be this hard of a drop off.
Yeah.
And then losing Marner obviously hasn't
that's huge.
Worked out for them. And Matthews is not the 70 goal Austin Matthews from 2 years ago anymore. It sounds like he's got some chronic injury stuff that's preventing him from being the player he was. So
Right.
yeah, that's tough for them. But they're at the point they just have to, especially if they move up into the top 5.
Yep.
That should just be their signal to like, hey, we just got a gift, start a rebuild. Although they don't have their first next year, so maybe maybe not. I don't know what they're gonna do there.
Yeah. Well, it is interesting because we know where the Canucks are. We don't have to look at the standings, and we know it's just a matter of what the gap is. And everyone, I think everyone that's watching us, they understand that of all the teams, we have the best chance to win the lottery. That's what the last place team does. But of all the odds, because of the way it works out, technically, we have the biggest percentage of getting third overall. That's correct.
But no team has a high chance of getting first, right? Like technically for every team, it is your most likely spot is like whatever the one below you is typically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wow. I wonder. I was thinking about this. I was driving home from work today. I wonder, and we could talk about this, if we should do a show while the lottery is going on, or at least a quick reaction video, or the actual draft. I don't know if you had any plans, or I don't even know when the date is. I don't even know. Or maybe we don't know.
We don't know the date. It's always during the first round.
Right.
I had some guys. I had hockey on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So a couple of guys were like, "Should we you guys want to get together for the draft lottery?" I'm like, "No, we don't want to do that." It's a 52% chance, whatever it is, that we're just going to be. Actually, we'd be disappointed with second. It's a 75% chance we're going to be really disappointed. Let's just sit at home and just be ready for disappointment.
Where's your optimism, man? Where's your positivity?
It's probability.
I know. Actually, and to be honest with you, before I went to a game on Monday, even though we had a show since then, the Ottawa game, I was with Irvin and Gerald, who come here a lot, and they started their own channel, which is awesome. And I was telling them about how we met and how we started our show 4 or 5 years ago, and how we have different personalities. Yet I think it's fair to say it comes across well. We have good chemistry. We trust each other. That's why we can come on backstage just a couple minutes before we start the show. But I did say that I think I love, and I told them I love how you're smart, you're analytical, but you don't come across as here and everyone else is down here. You explain yourselves well. So when you say probability, that was a perfect Parker answer. Because it's true. It's true. And you're saying to me, Clay, you're getting excited over whatever, 22% odds.
Well, it's a mix of probability, but also there's the historical bias there too, right? Because it's never gone our way. So it doesn't, 25% feels, or whatever it is, 22%. I don't know. Do they change it? Is it 22 now?
No. I just pulled that out of the air. I don't know what it is.
25%. That would make sense. 25 and then 23. But that even feels unlikely.
Yep.
It's like there's no way we have that good of a chance. I'm kind of curious if I have a coin because I want to do some flips when we get to some dead air, and we can see if we were going to win the lottery or not.
That is so funny. Oh man. So when you titled this Closer to McKenna, is that just by virtue of we're only 16 games away? Is that what you're saying?
Time, yeah.
Yeah.
From a time perspective, because it's the classic death march, right? Of just waiting for it to end. Mm-hmm. There's a couple good stories, right, that are sort of emerging. Phil Hronek becoming the guy. Michael Rossi, picking it up a little bit. You still get to see Villander play and those guys. So there's things to watch for. I did find the whole it feels like the locker room's got some juice again, or whatever they were saying. It's like, guys, you won one of the last 3 games when you said that. Let's relax a little. But it's to me it's 16 games, and it's which is soon, right? We're a month away from the end of the season. To the day. Our last game's April 16th. And it's running out of time.
You brought it. Oh yeah, a month. Yeah, good point. And you brought up a really good point just now about. So when you hear that Adam Foote kind of hinting that everyone here is bought in, or even Tom Verlander or Z William referencing that Well, already, like you've seen, right? We've seen the past month how Verlander and Booyam stock, or at least our perception of them has, and their play has been a lot better too. But do you buy into that, or is that just kind of like positive speak, or do you think because Hughes was gone from December, and then I'm pretty sure Sherwood wasn't is here in the locker room. I could see Garland maybe kind of being like cranky pants once in a while. I honestly could. And then Myers, I think Myers was the consummate pro, consummate leader. But do you think there's any truth to that? Or is that just them trying to, not fake, but trying to motivate themselves, saying this is our team now. These are the guys we got. We're running with these guys.
Yeah, I think that's the vibe I get.
Yeah.
That feels most likely to me.
Yeah.
Because my beer league team this year, we lost 10 games in a row because we got put in too high a division.
Right.
So from, I think, mid-November to mid-January, we did not win a game. There was no it was just upsetting. I just don't see a world where, you're a professional athlete and you're winning 1 in every 4 games, 1 in every 3 games.
Yeah.
And you're like fired up to get to work the next day. That seems a little challenging to me. But I hope it's the case. I don't know if it's Adam Foote trying to sway some minds maybe, but
Right. Speaking of Adam Foote, has your opinion? I can't remember what you told me last week, or if I ever asked this. Do you think he's back next year?
no, I just don't see how you could do that.
Yeah.
I don't see how you could. So I was talking to a friend of mine who's a season ticket holder.
Yep.
And he was saying that he hasn't gotten like the prices for next year yet. And usually you have them by now. Does that sound right?
Your friend's exactly right.
Yeah. So I was sort of like, well, they got to wait for like something to convince people to stick. Cause I'm like, are they going to raise the prices again after this? But yeah, like, the thing for me is, are they going to say, well, can we wait a month to see if we're going to get McKenna and then we can advertise that? Or are we going to wait till April 17th when we can say Adam Foote's been relieved of his duties and then use that as like a new beginning advertising campaign? I don't know. It's
You're a cruel man. April 17th, Foot gets April 18th, renew.
I just don't see. I just don't see from an organizational standpoint. And even if they say, hey, it's a rebuild. We need the right guy for the job. I don't know if Adam Foote's that guy, right? I want us to go find our Marty St. Louis, right? Yep. The Habs hired him at the beginning of their rebuild, or sort of in the middle of their rebuild, to teach the young guys and be sort of the guy who's done everything in his career, right? From being a guy who was undrafted and too small to being a Hall of Famer. That's I don't necessarily know who that guy is. It might be Manny Malhotra. Right. If he's willing to step into a role like this, because I'm sure he's going to have some offers going into next year.
Yeah.
So I don't see how you can look at the season that this team has had, unless you're thinking, and again, I just don't think the organization thinks this way of, well, it gives us the best chance at winning the lottery next year if we have a coach who doesn't win very many games. I just don't see how you can. I just don't see how you can make that call in good faith.
Yeah. I don't even know. I've talked to 10 season ticket holders, and so I don't know if I've statistically sample sized properly, but I would dare say that at least 80%, whether that's 4 out of 5 people I talked to, they're not renewing. Like, that's bad. Like, if that's just my friends and they're not more positive or more negative than anyone else, I'm just saying if that's a representative sample, they're in trouble. They're in trouble.
Well, it's also because the value proposition is tough, right? Because when the Seahawks had a bit of a downturn, for example, there was still 80,000 people in the wait list for season tickets.
Wow.
Right? So for context, I signed up for season tickets 10 years ago. I'm still on the wait list. So there's an incentive there to continue to renew. Otherwise you lose your spot and you have to wait 10 to 15 years to get your tickets back. For the Canucks, that's not the case right now, right? It might have been in 2010, 2011, 2012, where there was, a demand for season tickets and maybe it was a tough ticket to get. But as of right now, it's like, well, okay, maybe instead of going to every game and then there's some games we can't make and we have to sell and there's like this whole thing, I could just buy tickets to 25 games separately, last minute, second hand, because they will be cheaper. I don't need to go to the Leafs game or the Habs game. You know, like you can save a ton of money by making that call. And then when the team starts that upswing in, let's say, 4 years, when hopefully we have guys like McKenna and or DuPont or whoever the young rookies are at that time, then you can just get back on the train. There's no, unless you have the value, there's value in, being a season ticket holder for X years or whatever. That's sort of intangible.
Right.
But, if strictly from a financial standpoint, it's tougher to justify.
Yep. And no, you said that so well, because Mike and I, my season ticket partner for 15 years, we are likely going to keep our pair. But Sean, my son Sean and me, who just started, this is on their second season, we're going to probably drop it. I've let my rep know. And then I can always bring, because anytime Sean wants to go to a game, he can just get the pair from me and Mike, right? Like we don't need two pairs now. Yeah. Yeah. The only bad thing is then I can't, if someone actually asks me, hey, do you have two pairs available? I'll say, no, sorry. We only have one pair now, but that's a sacrifice willing to make. But you're right. So even for me, Mr. Diehard, not made of money though. So you gotta make choices, and you gotta justify those choices, especially when you're with someone, have a partner, have a family. So I can't justify another pair, despite me, because between me and Mike, I can always get to any game I want to. So you're exactly right. You can, and then Student Rush, Parker, those tickets have that deal, that promotion has absolutely killed season ticket holders who try and offload their tickets too, right? Because now the tickets they were going to sell, the prices, people can buy that for lower bowl seats, right? Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, like if I just go look on like StubHub just for tomorrow night against Florida, cheapest ticket just to get in the door is $59 Canadian.
Wow.
Your upper bowl on the wrong side. But like, let's see how much to get to the lower bowl. Section 101, row 12 for $71 Canadian. Section 114, row 11. I've sat in 114 quite a bit. Those are good seats. $100.
Yeah.
Like
how much?
$100 Canadian.
Yeah.
So it's not the hot commodity. But when this team's good again, they will be. And there's those ebbs and flows for sure.
Yes. How many games do you go to this season, by the way? I saw you at the Winnipeg game. Yeah.
Winnipeg game, and then I went to one other one in December. That was it.
Wow.
It's a trek. It's a trek to get there.
That's true. That is true.
When the team's good or it's a big game, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get offered tickets a couple times a year, usually. Not necessarily this year. I did once this year. I think the Winnipeg game I was given tickets for.
Right.
But I think if someone, sent me a message today and said, hey, I've got a couple tickets for tomorrow if you want them. Yeah. I'd be like, man, that's a commitment for me, right? Because that's a way to get there. I got to park. I got to get home. I'm not going to be home till 11. It's this whole thing. And
oh shoot, I had my text ready for you for after the game, so I guess you don't want my tickets. Oh man. Florida too. Florida defending champs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And granted, they're missing like half their team, but yeah. Oh, by the way, I've had this debate. This is good. I just like talking about, and then I'm going to ask you something about actually our BX and Matthews and Gudis. When you go to a Canucks game, when you're thinking about opponent, because I've had these conversations with both sides, do you like to go see a worse team because the Canucks have a better chance to win, or would you rather go see a better team and the Canucks have a lesser chance to win?
I don't think I care much about talent level as much as certain teams.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I don't know, if I look at the standings right now, and a team like Montreal and Toronto are big ones because I want to see us beat teams like that. But if I think of like Columbus, for example, right? 79-point team. I would way rather go see the Canucks play Washington than Columbus.
Yep.
Washington's not going to make the playoffs. Columbus might. But I'd way rather go see a guy like Ovechkin, right? Like there's that star draw to me, right? And I'd like to go see Colorado, a team that will kill us because I want to watch, their best players play. So I think it's tough because I think I'd rather see if the Canucks are good, I want to see the good matchups. I want to see them play against tougher teams because those games just feel more important, right?
Yeah, that's well said. Yeah, because I know and I respect these people. They like to see lesser teams, weaker teams, because they want to see the Canucks win, and that's fine. You're spending that much money. You do you, right? You do whatever you want. But I'm with you. And in all seriousness, they're the favorite to lose against no matter who they play. But I do like teams and players for sure. And I know some people like to see teams and players of guys that are winding down. Like they want to make sure they can go see Pittsburgh in the next couple of years, right? They want to go see Washington because of obviously who's there. So, very good.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, but it is a trick. Yeah.
Because I went to Mariners versus Tigers game 2 of that of the ALDS, and that was going into that they were it was an expensive ticket, right? It was playoff game, second time this team's been in the playoffs in 25 years, basically, 24 years. So I think it was like $230 for the ticket by myself, driving down that day, driving home that night, right? Like a big financial and time commitment. And
totally.
the whole time when I'm like pondering whether or not to buy the ticket was there's no guarantee they win this game. Right. So I might be paying $250 plus gas, plus food, plus, a beer, plus, like it's a $400 commitment by the end of it. And there's a 48% chance, whatever the odds were, that they lose that game. Yeah. But they didn't. And it was fantastic. So it's a tough one. I had the same thought when, Canucks Nashville game 1, when I bought that ticket for, I think I paid $200 for that ticket too. Yeah, and it was like, and again, I'm like, well, 50% chance they lose as well. Right. And I've really wasted it. So I got lucky on both of those, but it's, I can definitely, I sort of have that same mindset of like, if I'm going to pay to go see my team play, I'd way rather see them win because it's going to be a lot more fun during, it's going to be a lot more fun after on the walkout and everyone's hooting and hollering and it's a good time.
Russell says that's exactly how he felt about Game 7. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm saying the name right. TigBC. He's been very complimentary to us. I've been like scanning the chat. He said that we're better than all these other professional guys. Well, thank you. Says you both are the nation. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
The bus for us.
Okay, so here's one. Radko Gudas, after taking out Sidney Crosby of the Olympics, he takes out Austin Matthews. Then Kevin Biek says on the panel on Saturday saying, if everyone went near the Sedins, I would fight Andre the Giant if I had to. And to which a lot of people responded, actually, you didn't. And they would, and obviously it's situational. Like if you're on the bench, you can't just jump off the bench and jump someone. There's ways that you can get retribution.
Once.
You're allowed to. What do you mean you're?
Well, you'll get in a lot of trouble.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. But this whole notion of, Bieksa talking about the code and how there should be more done by the Matthews teammates. But then it was funny. A lot of people love Bieksa, but a lot of people were calling him out saying that he didn't do anything when Duncan Keane elbowed Sedin in the head and all these kind of things. Again, situational. What do you make of the whole thing? Whether you can talk about the hit itself, if you saw it, you can talk about the lack of response from Toronto. Does that mean anything about Matthews? You can talk about what Bieksa said. Like, just what are your thoughts on? Because it was a pretty big story last week, right?
Yeah, it's tough. You hate to see injuries like that. Also, the 5 games is like, what are we doing? Right?
Yeah,
like that's,
yeah.
On anybody that's should be more than 5 games, and especially technically star players shouldn't get more suspension for that.
Right.
But in reality, it's kind of how it works.
Right.
The fact that it was 5 games is crazy. I didn't see I saw the clip of the hit, but I didn't see any of the aftermath on the ice. So was there just like no response from Toronto? Like a couple guys go after him? And...
Yeah, very, very little. Very little. Actually, no one went after him. Gudas just kind of, it's almost like he kind of looked at Matthews, not like admiring his work. Actually, maybe say, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have done that. I don't know what he was thinking, but I do know that the big deal was afterwards, Craig Berube said, we didn't have a response, the proper response. And then Nylander and Riley, they isolated them with zooming in on where their eyes were looking at the ice, because one of them said, "Oh, the puck was going the other direction, so I didn't see it when it happened." The other one was, "Yeah, I was concentrating on the man," or whatever. But it wasn't horrible. But I think people were pointing out that they're trying to make a story, paint this narrative that Matthews isn't liked and respected by his teammates, because that's your franchise player there, right? So there's I don't love him. I certainly don't hate Matthews. So I'm not happy he got hurt. I think it's horrible, actually. But it's kind of interesting the way, it's Toronto, of course, the way the media picked up with every angle of the story, including these guys don't respect their captain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one too, because if it's one thing if you are on the playoff bubble and it was a tie game or something like that, and you're like, okay, well, I don't want to take the penalty that loses us this game in retribution.
Right.
This is a team that's done. They're cooked. They're not making the playoffs. You could have jumped on the guy after and maybe got thrown out for the night. Whatever. Who cares, right? There's no lasting impact to your game, to your season. So yeah, I think in a case like that, like that's your guy. He's the best player on your team. He's the best player your team has had in a long, long time. It's crazy to me that you don't have guys jumping from everywhere whenever something like that happens. But also, I hate it when there's like a great clean hit and people are getting jumped on. To an extent, I honestly, if someone lays you out at center ice and it's a clean hit, I don't hate a guy going over and cross-checking you after and then just like skating away, right? It's like, right. You get one back. But yeah, it's you should see more. Obviously, Toronto's gonna blow it out of proportion, right? There are media times 20. So it's the way it goes.
Yeah, it was too bad. It was too bad for sure. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. By the way, did you like Bieksa when he was here?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. He was good.
He was a fan favorite the whole time he was here.
He blocked me on Twitter because I did a parody song but it wasn't even about him.
The story.
Yeah, he was just mentioned, and I didn't know if he didn't like my singing or like.
That's funny.
It's okay. I'm over it. I'm a 51-year-old man. If I can't get over it now, then I will never ever get over it. What else is happening with the Canucks? We didn't even go through the two games. Not that we have to.
No, I mean they beat Nashville.
Yep, come from behind.
Seattle.
Yep, not come from behind. There, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, what's that?
World Cup.
What's that? Oh yeah, let's talk about World Cup. Actually, before we talk about World Cup, and that'll be a perfect way to go into the people to end off the show. Last Canucks questions. Do you think, when I say to you, I'll paint this picture of my question to you is: do you think the pieces are there? Of course, presuming a top 3 pick, let's say it's McKenna. Is that enough to get you excited about a rebuild? I'm looking at the 3 young defensemen, right? Bouillon, DPD, and Verlander. I'm looking at guys like Ogren and Rossi, who you mentioned, along with the old core of PD, DeBrusk, and Besser. Those are the big 3. A bunch of these medium-term guys, O'Connor, right, Hoglander, and then finally your goaltenders in Lankinen, Tolopil, and Demko. Does that give you enough, Parker?
No, it's a start.
Yeah.
But, one draft isn't fixing it. It's,
right.
It's 3 or 4 great drafts, and it's not just getting a top 3 pick for 4 years and picking the best guy. It's having multiple firsts, right? Yeah. We're in a league now that most impact players are first-round picks, right? Scouting has gotten really good, just in general. If we look at, let me just go hockey DB 2019 draft.
Yeah.
Just picked one pre-COVID. So, yeah, first round, obviously you have a bunch of career guys, whatever. Second round, you have Shane Pinto, Jackson Lacombe, Niels Hoglander, Nick Robertson. That's kind of it. Third round, Dorofeev and Alexei Protas. Okay. Fourth round, Jordan Spence, Voronkov. Fifth round, Mark Kastelik. I wouldn't call him much of an impact player. He's a 4th-line center.
Right.
6th round had basically nobody. 7th round had, Juuso Parssinen. Like, there's all the impact guys get picked in the first round, and usually in the top half of the first round. So you need to maximize your draft capital.
Sure.
That's the big thing. Get as many firsts as you can, or early seconds are okay, right? You'll find some guys there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Sure.
you need to be making like 8 first-round picks in the next 3 years if you can. Like that's sort of where I'm at.
That's fair. And yeah, Irvin, I intentionally didn't say Mancini. Yeah, he's young, but I just see him as a 6'7" right now. I don't consider him like he's part of this team, but I don't
He's already
consider.
23.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like you're sort of at that part where you start making an impact.
Right. Right. All right, World Cup.
Take the step this year. But yeah.
So 2028, Prague and Calgary host the round robin and quarters, and then it's the semis and the final in Edmonton. And the only other thing I'll say is Sweden, Finland, and Czechia says if Russia's in, we are not. So that's the news that came out today. Oh, and the most important thing, if it goes to overtime, it's 5-on-5.
Oh, they did something right. This is it's perfect. It's exactly what, and it's smart. Announce it right after the Olympics and during the World Baseball Classic, right? Like everyone is all in on best international right now, especially because the MLB is probably going to mess it up because they're probably going to have a lockout in a year. So it gives you the perfect 2-year cycle of World Cup every 2 years and then, or every 4 years, Olympics every 4 years. You stagger them. And then, I assume you throw an all-star game in the off years, which kind of works really well. It means every 2 years you get best on best, which is a good pace.
Yes.
It's kind of what soccer does, right? They have the World Cup and the Euro split. Baseball is the World Baseball Classic every 3 years, but they're also getting into the Olympics too. It's perfect. It's exactly what it should be. It's 8 teams, which is, the 4 nations was fun, but it was great that we won, but it wasn't as big as the Olympics would have been. Yeah. And the World Cup won't be as big as the Olympics, but it'll be close because it's going to, like, 8 teams in a full, there's pool play, and then it's going to be similar to the Olympics in theory, with the setup. Hopefully it's not just like 3 games per team or something like that.
Right.
I don't know how you'd narrow 8 teams down anyways to that.
Yeah. Oh, it's right here. They say the top 3 teams in each pool will advance to single elimination. The first go straight to the semis. The second and third play each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 teams in a pool. So 3 round robin games.
Correct.
So minimum 5 games to win.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's a decent number. It's a little less than the Olympics, right? Because there were pools of 5 in the Olympics, I think. So slightly smaller, but I think that's great. And I think the 2 years is a good cadence where you don't lose the novelty of it. So it should be fun, and maybe it makes the All-Star game more interesting.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm just looking at this. It says the first place finisher will advance to the semis. The second and third place finishers in each pool will play in a single elimination to advance to the semifinal. So it doesn't say if you stay in the pool.
Quarterfinal.
Yeah, but you must stay in your own pool because if half the teams are going to be in Europe and half the teams are going to be here. But does that mean that Canada and U.S. can't meet in the final then because they're going to be in the same pool? That doesn't make sense.
No, that wouldn't make sense. No. Well, no, because 2 and 3 would. It's gonna be first place in Pool A would play the winner of 2 and 3 from Pool B.
You got to cross over, right?
Yeah, it would have to cross over. That
right.
makes the most sense. And the fact that finals are going to be here.
Yes,
right? They're going to be at the new, or it's going to be at Rogers Place, right, in Edmonton.
Yes.
So, okay.
Calgary's the brand new arena opens the year before.
Yeah, but they're just getting round robin.
Yes.
And 1 knockout stage game.
That's correct.
So 1 quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not. I thought maybe they get the final in their new barn, which would be kind of cool.
Right.
I'm gonna have to take a look at trying to get to Edmonton in February of 2028.
I'll come with you.
That could be really cool. It's gonna.
We could do a show.
Expensive. Oh my god, it's gonna be expensive.
Come on, Canada After Dark from the bleachers.
What do you think a ticket's going to cost for Canada? I'm thinking. Canada,
if there's
Canada Latvia pool play, what's that going to cost you? It's gonna be expensive, man.
Oh, you know what? I was smirking because what if the world's still at war then, and you know how much the plane ticket's going to cost to get over there?
Oh, we would drive that.
Oh yeah, we drive it. That's true.
Actually, Flair will still be like $60 somehow.
Yeah, you can't bring anything, you can't see it, but still,
you
yeah.
got your jersey. That's all you need. Just fly for every game. It's cheaper than staying.
All right, you heard it here first, you guys. As long as Park and I are still friends and collab partners 2 years from now, we are going to the World Cup.
And financially sound.
Yeah, you may have to pay for me. I work for the church, remember?
So
Awesome.
They've only announced the 3 teams. Okay, potential teams. So Canada, Czechia are host teams, so they have to be in. Obviously, the States are in.
Yeah, Sweden and Finland, they got to be.
Finland, Sweden, and then the Wikipedia page has Germany and Slovakia.
Yep.
And then, Russia is there. Switzerland.
Yeah, You know, what's the...
Just look at the IHF rankings.
Yeah, you're right. It's Switzerland's 5.
Yeah. So I assume that's what they'd go with, right?
Wait a sec. I'm looking at world rankings from 2025.
It hasn't been updated since then.
But then who's number 2? Russia? Like, why does it go from 1 to 3?
Yeah, number 2 is Russia on that list. That's why.
Well, you're not.
That's why there's nothing there.
But I'm being serious. Like, are they not
No,
considered
I'm looking at the same list as you? Yeah.
But
And you look
so
on the women's ranking on the right. There's no number 6.
But I'm being serious. Is it because they're not recognizing Russia as they're not a member of WHIF, or
Because they're suspended.
oh, okay.
They're under IHF suspension.
Yeah.
So
let's say Russia's not in the top 8 teams. Yeah, we know it's Canada, US, Finland, Czechia, Sweden for sure. Those are the big 5. And then it's a mix of, you said Germany, Slovakia, or Switzerland. Is that the next 3? No Latvia, no Denmark.
So as of May 2025, somehow Switzerland had more international points than Canada does. I don't know what this ranking is based on. Maybe the Spengler Cup is really messing with us or something.
The Spengler Cup.
Because the Wikipedia page has US at 1 with 39.85, Switzerland at 2 with 39.75, so only 10 points back. Canada's 39.35, then Sweden, Czech Republic, Finland, Germany, Denmark is 8 on this list.
Oh yeah, and that's May. That's true. The World Championships or the Spengler Cup happened between the list that I was looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess Switzerland's been killing it at the last couple World Championships.
I got excited. I saw Japan, but I'm looking at the women's one by accident. Yeah. I'm not sure the Japanese men are going to do that well. I can play for them. No.
Switzerland got the silver. That's why.
Yeah.
No one's watching, I don't think. But
well, we got 2 years to build up to it, but yes, that was the announcement from today.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
It will be. Okay, good. Perfect. Look at that. We got us to 50 minutes.
I don't know how, but we did it.
Just looking at my computer. How come it's not charging? Okay, I'll worry about that later. All right. So we go to the people?
Let's do it. 10 minutes here, folks. If you got questions for us, throw them in the chat, and we will do our best to answer them. I'm going to see if I can filter to just... Nope, can't do that.
Peter, good ones.
Up.
Has your trust level faded in this management since last season? And since Adam Foote is most likely done, could you see management being let go too? Great questions.
I feel like if you were going to let management go, you needed to do it like pre-Quinn Hughes trade.
Yeah, I think they're here.
It's interesting to let them navigate a Quinn Hughes trade. Let them say we're starting the rebuild. Let them take all these steps, and let them run this upcoming draft, right?
Yeah.
Because it's too late now to fire them and bring new scouts in and do that. It's just too late. You have to do it. You'd have to do it the day after the draft and right before free agency. It just doesn't really make sense.
I agree that they're going to be the ones to see him through. And to answer the first part, has my trust level faded? Mine hasn't. I actually see what they're doing. It might not be perfect, but I actually see a plan now. I don't know about you.
I'm glad that they're not super stubborn.
Right.
That's been reassuring. But I don't know. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah.
Russell, it takes handsome to know handsome. Thank you. Darren, who would you guys take first overall? Is the guy in our title,
It's
right?
McKenna.
It's
It
McKenna.
has to be.
Yeah.
It's like I just see no way that they wouldn't pick him, just from a pure like. Do you think Francesco is gonna let them pick Stenberg? There is no way.
He's gonna arm wrestle Alvin because that'll be sweet.
No, he would fire them if they tried. Like it because.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, the Swedes thing. Oh, we're not going to take the really marketable young Canadian kid who's going to save the franchise. Like, there's no other way that it could go if they get first overall.
I agree. And off ice, on ice, all the things. Edmund, yes, Rossi, we did speak about him earlier. We titled the thing that Rossi's looking good. Did you get a chance to see Trevor's interview?
I heard bits and pieces of it on Halford and Bruff this morning.
Okay. Yeah. Answered two very quick but honest questions about the rebuild. Basically said he was the odd man out. Nothing we didn't already know, but he just acknowledged publicly that he was. Once. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Very, very good. I saw this. They're not letting fans with paper bags on their heads into the arena. My buddy actually was one of the ones who was photographed a few years ago in one of the off years. So he did wear one, but I guess that was a few years ago, not now.
That's so lame. Like let people have fun. The team's not fun.
Yeah. Exactly. Shouldn't discriminate against paper bags. I don't see any of the current crop of prospects being even a top 30 player in the league. But of those, who has the highest ceiling?
Top 30 player in the league is kind of difficult.
Right.
Like, that's the best player on your team.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, of the Buyam has the highest ceiling, right? I think
that's the one I was thinking of too. Yeah. Yeah.
And
then it's whoever we get in June. Yeah.
But yeah, like he might end up being a really good number 2 defenseman, and that wouldn't be a top 30 player in the league. But if you get enough of those guys, you can build the Seattle Kraken.
Right. Yeah. A bunch of middle six that are fighting for a playoff spot. But I think Irvin agrees. He says, I don't see any of our current crop being top 30. That's fair.
I think that's fair. Yeah. Because they haven't had very high picks. Like that's the way it goes.
Yeah. 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 And Derek, we just referenced it, but Trevor Linden is always very articulate. He always takes the high road. And I think that answer showed both. He said it articulately and in few words, but didn't avoid the question. And I do like Scott Oak as a reporter. I think he's playful enough, but he's not afraid to ask that kind of stuff. I thought it was good, actually.
I'm a big Scott Oak fan. You've met Trevor Linden, right? Or at least run into him?
Yes.
He's tall, man.
He's tall. He's fit, obviously. Yeah.
I ran into him. This was probably 13 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Probably 15 years ago. And I ran into him at a grocery store in Kelowna. I'm like, how is everyone not like crowding around this guy? He stands out. You can see him from across the store. You're like, that's Trevor Linden.
Silver Fox already. Yeah.
And like 6'4", and you're like, that's the professional athlete over there. Just buying at the butcher shop or whatever it was.
I'll take 45 seconds to explain these two stories. One of them, it's my wife's principal. Gail's the vice principal. Her favorite player is Trevor Linden. So I helped get him to St. Paul's Catholic Elementary School in Richmond to surprise the principal in front of 200 kids. So that was pretty cool. Him and Finn came. I was hiding Trevor Linden in my religious education office before we stuck him into the gym. So that was cool. The other one, thank you. The other one, Parker, we were doing a Christmas Carol, one of my goofy videos with Marie and Ariel. And then we were skating around Rogers Arena ice with the film crew. And then Trevor's in the penalty box and he goes, "Hey," and he was joking. And not that he knows me. He goes, "What are you doing on my ice?" And I said, "We're filming your Christmas music video." And everyone got a chuckle out of that. That was it.
Great.
Thank you for letting me share. Justin, will Kane get his 1,000th game as a Canuck? And if so, road or home, considering possible backlash? I don't think they're going to care if it's home or away. I don't think so.
They're going to have to do the whole ceremony and everything.
Oh, that's true.
Weird.
What's he at right now? 9?
He's like 7 away, I think, right?
7 away?
He has played 993. What a guess.
Okay. Good job. So the next 5 are at home. Let's say he plays all 5. but then there's 2 away. So it goes 5-2, and then
Yeah, they're the way for a little bit there. They go
5-4.
Yeah. So
do you have to miss
in Vegas?
Right. He'd have to miss 2 if they want to do it at home in Utah on Saturday the 4th.
I have to miss 3.
Oh yeah, bad math. Yeah, you're the math
But
guy.
yeah,
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
You could scratch him for a few games.
You could,
Yeah.
unless like someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
That's a good question, actually. What would you do?
I don't know. It's so weird to be like giving the silver stick to the guy who has played like
40 games.
he's at 60. It would be his 70th game with the Canucks.
Right,
So
right.
7% of his career. I get he's a hometown guy. It would have been one thing if he had put up like 50 points this year. Then it's kind of cool. It's like, hey, he came home and he lit it up. But he hasn't, right?
Yeah.
That's just not the way it's gone. So yeah,
He scored on Saturday. He scored, and he actually went bar down, but stayed out. He actually was good on Saturday, but that's one game. But I don't think he gets booed at home, does he?
No. It'll be
not for that.
It'll be a polite applause.
Yeah, but it won't be like raucous, like
No, it wouldn't be. Yeah, like. You know,
so bottom line, do you scratch him 3 times just so he can do it at home?
No.
Either on April 4 or April 7.
No way they do that.
Yeah, I think he gets it on the road and then you do a ceremony when he gets back.
Yeah, a little thing.
Yeah. Very good. I can answer this one. Fangirl, I've been there for the last 3 games. It was fine for the Nashville game. It was pretty bad for the Seattle game because there are a lot of Seattle Kraken fans. But it's not like booing turning against. There's nothing to turn against the team. They're playing with a depleted lineup with no stars in it right now, right? So, I think fans accept it is what it is right now, and they're cheering hard. But there's also it's not like a rude or mad apathy, Parker. It's just like I kind of get where we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that apathy?
It makes sense.
I don't know. Yeah,
the first couple months of the season, it's like, what is going on? And then we're at the point where it's like, yeah, they sold, and that's where we're at.
This is a great question because I've heard Verhoff, I've heard Malhotra, I've heard Chase Reed. So Chase Reed and Verhoff are the 2 defensemen. This is presuming, of course, Stenberg and McKenna are gone. Yeah, I've heard those 3 names is Malhotra, Reed, and Verhoff. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, Verhoff's the one I've heard the most for the longest time.
Yeah.
So that sort of sticks out, and you just take best player available. You can't have too many good defensemen. I hope it doesn't come to that. Probably will. Maybe McKenna falls. Who knows?
Hey, I thought we were friends, but now he asks what happens first. I go bald or the Canucks win the cup. You can answer that one, Parker.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it. Do you think the Canucks are going to win the cup?
Right, I hear you, and I'm already losing the hair here. Okay, I'll take it. Who's got? What are the goals right now? Can you look it up pretty quick?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you.
So, what was the question? Who has more?
Who
goals at the
finishes
end?
more? EP 40 or Kane?
Well, Pettersson's up by 1. It's 13-12.
I think it's PD.
I do
I think
too.
it's PD.
Because they'll each get like 2 more.
I don't even hear Russell actually had Trevor Linden on his show. It was very good. It was very good to interview with Russell. Yeah. Yours was good. It was a nice walk down memory lane. And then obviously the after hours one was good because it was other stuff. Both were excellent. But knowing that you're one of us, Russell, we'll go with you. Here's again. Who do you take at 3? Reed or Verhoff? To make Hronek expendable? Not yet. Especially if he's the captain. Yeah. But they're not going to do it, are they?
No, they won't.
Yeah.
But they can in like 2 years.
Yeah.
He'll still be on contract. He might be able to get a first then.
Right. By the way, since we're talking about it, Hronek as captain, yay or nay?
Why do you need a captain as the worst team in
Right.
hockey? Have you earned the right to have a captain? I don't know.
Why are you getting mad at me? I'm serious. You're not kidding.
I just don't see why.
Right. No, that's fair.
There's no need. Give it to Teddy Bluger.
I'll take it. Is DuPont? Oh, DuPont's a right shot D too. Okay, everyone's a right shot D. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there used to be no right shot D, so they were super valuable. And then kids got raised to be right shot D because hey, they're the most valuable commodity in the NHL. So you just have to be a decent one and you'll make it. And now everyone's coming up that way.
Gotcha. And right, Irvin points out, is it the league who awards the silver stick, not the team?
I don't know.
Wade Redmond got a yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it might be from the league.
That's good.
Because it's the same company makes it. So.
Yeah. Awesome. And last question. Does EP40 return next season or does he leave? Well, he's not going to leave, but I think what you're asking, John, is does he get moved?
I mean, what if they just do it on draft day? What if they have a guy they really like in like late in the first and some team's just willing to do it?
Wow.
It would be tough. It would be really hard to make something like that happen. You have to be talking about it for a long time.
Right.
But could you imagine if they just pulled that off and they said, "Oh, we really like this guy at 21."
Yeah.
It would be very exciting. It doesn't happen. It's not the NFL. The NFL loves trading picks around.
Right. No, that's true. Okay. Well, we'll see. We got a couple. Yeah, you're right. And then there's going to be a lot of suitors. Well, maybe draft day deals will make up for the lack of draft day deals on the actual trades on the trade deadline, but we got a couple months to figure that out.
We can only hope.
Yes. Very good.
All right, folks. Well, we are at time. We will not have a show next week. Everyone be mad at Clay. If you enjoyed this one, you can rewind back to the beginning here on YouTube. You can find it on your favorite podcast platform after 15 minutes. Hit the like button while you're here. Make sure you're subscribed if you're here on YouTube. Do all that good stuff. We have a lot to look forward to, like the draft lottery and then a long off season. So make sure you're subscribed for all of that. Clay, any parting words?
Yeah, my biggest takeaway is we're going to Edmonton 2 years from now. Can't wait, Parker.
Yeah,
That should be good. And then
Edmonton
maybe we'll have to do
February.
some crowdfunding. And then if anyone wants to hang out and talk, but I get the rest of my voice, you guys get to talk. I'll be doing an open mic session for members in about 10 minutes or so.
On his channel. So if you're a member here, I don't think it counts. So.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Let me clarify. Canuck Claim members, yes. But we appreciate all you members here on Canucks After Dark too. But it's a Canuck Claim membership stream in 10 minutes.
Absolutely. All right, folks. Have a good one. We will see you in a couple weeks.